Hello and welcome to another Grand Arena Championship. I'm Heathen13 and this is Season 21, Week 3, Round 3. We are back in the finals, still undefeated this season and hoping to keep it that way. But I've got a tough opponent, they're not on SWGOH.gg, and I need to attack first because I have an early day at work tomorrow. So, my opponent today is named Sliver. So let's look at the matchup. So I have almost all of the green on my side of the hotbot, but Sliver does have a few areas of red. Let's zoom in and take a look at the stats. So there are a couple things here that jump out to me. One, he's got a very low guild GP compared to mine. 171 million is on the low side. The second thing is he has 725,000 lifetime banners, which is very good. He is a good player. But a couple other things jump out too. One, his best score is 48,000 compared to my almost 62,000. So he has a lot of lifetime banners, but his best score per season is kind of lower, which makes me think he's not an efficiency player. Then when we look down at our defense, 655 compared to offensive wins, 1692, that's a 38% ratio, which is a little bit on the high side, which again makes me think he may be more of a defensive-minded player. And then finally, his clears of only 79, while not crazy low, is on the low side, which again makes me think he doesn't keep a bunch for offense because he's putting a really tough defense. Now I said before, he's not on SWGOH.gg. This is my third out of 4 opponents that have not been on there, so I have no way to check their history. So I'm just kind of winging it based on these stats and their roster. Comparing our rosters, my opponent has 200,000 more GP than me, but I have the higher top 80 and top 65 GP. I also have 3 more Zetas and a little bit more speed, nothing too significant though. I do, however, have 10 more Gear 13 characters, but my opponent has 25 more Gear 12s. Looking at the mods, and I have a pretty decent mod advantage. Got 70 more total 6-dot mods, and in every category of speed secondary and even offense percentage, I have a decent amount more. Looking at our relics, we are very similar. I have 3 more total relic levels, but I have 10 more relic characters, so his average relic on his character is a little higher than mine. And looking at our meta characters, I have Jedi Master Luke, he has Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, but I also have Cat as well that he does not have, and his Watt, which, let's be honest, is not as big a deal anymore, is only 5 stars. Now, even though he is in a guild with a pretty low GP, he does have both the Negotiator and the Malevolence, although his Malevolence is only 5 stars. Alright, taking a quick look at his roster, nothing here really stood out to me. He is running SLKR in the arena, and it's exactly what I would expect. He's got a Relic 6 General Skywalker, he's got a Relic 7 Jedi Knight Luke, he's got a Relic 5 Darth Vader, his Sith Empire squad is very good, he's got a good Jedi team, good Geos, Relic'd up Grievous team. There's nothing here out of the ordinary at all. There are a couple characters that maybe aren't Relic that I have, and he has a couple that I don't, but nothing stands out to me beyond the normal roster variation that you get when you make choices. So we are exactly halfway through the attack phase. Let me show you the board. He has not attacked yet that I know of. So let me show you what I set. I again was expecting a tough defense, so I saved more for offense than I have in quite a while. Here's my Hux First Order. There's GAS, Palpatine, and Bam on defense this time. Up top, we've got my Mon Mothma, Shock with clones. I made this team out of leftovers, Boba, L3, and HK, and then my Padme squad. In the back, again, I couldn't scout him, so I don't know what he is keeping. So I went ahead and put my Rebels and Empire on defense again. This time I did put my 5s in with my Empire squad. Again, I'm hoping that the AI starts with the big hit from 5s, which puts the target lock and forces a taunt on a bomber right away. I don't know that it does play it that way though, so that could have been a total waste. And in the back zone, it is my normal set of characters with Dooku and the Poggle team, Newt and Rolo. But this time I saved Grievous for the back. I haven't been putting anything tough in the back lately, so I thought I'd throw a curveball just in case he did look at my history, which I doubt he did if he's not registered in the first place. So what did he put on defense? He pretty much put everything. Up here we've got his Grievous, his crew, his GAS, and his Darth Revan. And on the bottom, he's got a Phasma squad, bounty hunters, Padme, and Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. So I think I've kept enough for offense. We're going to start with his Galactic Legend. I've saved mine for offense specifically to try and counter him. He is running a tough comp where he's got SLKR, he's got Red, and he's got Hux. So we are going to go straight after it and see if we can take it down. I'm taking Jedi Master Luke, Jedi Knight Luke, and Hermit Yoda. Cross our fingers, because if this doesn't go well, pretty much the whole thing's shot. So we will efflux first. He has ability block on him right now, so I'm going to go ahead and put Master's Training on Grandmaster Yoda, or Jedi Master Luke rather, and let's go ahead and stun them. So now the ability block is not on SLKR, so I'm going to go ahead and put our foresight up on everybody, and was able to dodge him. And we're going to continue trying to kill Red. And now I'm going to go in on SLKR. I'm not worried about Hux over there. We're just going to go straight after Kylo. And we still have ability block. We're going to go ahead and do the middle one. Almost. Is this enough? Yes. All right, let's clean this up. And a 53. Okay, so next we're gonna go after the Padme, and I'm gonna do it a little differently. Normally I take Jedi Knight Revan or something like that against him, or against her and them. But this time I'm gonna go ahead and try Traya with Thrawn. I believe I am faster. I should check that again, but I haven't. Just jumping right in, and I'm assuming I'm faster, and I am. So I am gonna hand this over to Traya so that Traya can isolate Padme, and then I will fracture GK. Unfortunately, in threes, the fracture doesn't last long, so I don't have a ton of time to work on Jedi Knight Anakin, but we'll hit him as much as we can and work him down. Eventually, I, again, gonna get stuck right behind Kenobi here in a moment, but we will continue making their cooldowns increased, and we will eventually get a Annihilate, and we're gonna get rid of Anakin because he is the damage dealer, and refresh that isolate on Padme, and we got to heal up Traya here because we cannot afford to lose the isolate, and keep GK fractured, and we'll work for another Annihilate to get GK down. At this point I'm just going to go ahead and stay on him for now. Let's pass this back to Nihilus again. We're one away from an Annihilate, but now we are stunned, so stun won't matter because Traya's lead. We might as well start hitting Padme because we're about to annihilate General Kenobi. And now it's just a matter of seeing if we can recover any banners here. It looks pretty good on Nihilus and on Thrawn at the moment. So hopefully we can continue to make sure they're topped off on protection. I'll lose it for sure on Treya, but this worked really well. And that gets us to Bosk. And there's Boba and Jango, but we're gonna take the Geos. And we'll probably get stuck behind Bosk at some point, and that's okay. I'm gonna open up on Jango though, because he is the bigger of the two threats. Although, you know, both he and Boba Fett are only gear 12. So while they're gonna hit, and they're probably gonna steal some banners, and they're gonna do that, I'm not too worried about them just deleting somebody. For now, it's just a matter of getting rid of Bosk's taunt, and or killing him fast so that we can get onto the feds. I think I am going to go ahead and heal up here when I get the chance, because everybody's a little low and we've got some healing immunity and stuff on it that we were able to clear away, so that was good. Now that we're through Bosk's protection, he should go down much quicker, and that should clear him out. Nice. And Jango, that's one death. Now we just got to get the second on him. I don't think we're going to get around to our heal again, but right now it doesn't look like we need it. Just the basic assists should heal us up. Looks like I missed one. So I struggled on what I wanted to use here. I didn't want to overcommit, but I also didn't want to undercommit. And Phasma-led teams in 5s, I know I can take that down with just my trooper team. But because I'm going first, and I want to put up a big number so that my opponent kind of hopefully just gives up, I'm going to go a little bit heavier than I was going to previously. I'm going to take Wedge with C-3PO and Chupio and hope that this goes as well as it's going to go in my head, which is really good. But we'll hope that that goes just as well. So we will call Wedge, and we're going to see if we can't just get rid of First Order Officer quick. And we didn't, so going a lot worse than I anticipated. But now one's down. Nope. I kind of would like to get rid of First Order TIE Pilot down first. But I went after Phasma there first because she gives all the turn meter and assisting shenanigans. So I figured this was easier, better. We're not going to come out with good banners here, but a victory. Now I'm really wondering what he's put in the back, having committed so much to the front. I'm curious, did he go strong or did he go with junk? He went medium. So give me a moment. I gotta figure out exactly what I have left after I go through the top to get through this, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, and I think I have a plan, but in order for the plan to work, we need to clear through that top first. So let's come up here and see if we can get this done. We will start with his Darth Revan, and I'm just gonna mirror match that. I kept mine just in case he kept his, and mine is faster. So if, cross our fingers, everything goes right, this should work fine. Having said that, Darth Revan's a difficult team, and there are times when things just don't quite go right. So cross my fingers and hope everything works. Like right here, I'm stuck behind a taunt with Malik, but he doesn't have shock, so I can't use lightning. So I'm gonna have to do that, and that was bad, but I'll be able to do that and get rid of Basti. So we're just gonna be down to Malik but there's a chance that Malik can kill one or more of these. Hopefully not. Looks like his drain is up. Luckily he did it on Malik because I was taunting. So we got through with it. Not super clean, but I'll take it. Alright, next up is his gas, and for that I saved my CLS, and I'm hoping that this still goes well even though we have changes on gas. So he's gonna stand up more quickly, and hopefully this still works. So we will do that. And so far so bad. Make him sit down. Come on, sit down. And what do we have? We've got 5s and Echo, so we gotta get 5s down first. For every attack that his clones take, though, he gains protection way quicker. And I have to... Good, got them both down. And he almost got Han down there. That was rough. Looks like this is still gonna work, but it was much sketchier. Oh man, I came close to losing Han again. That basically barely worked, but I'll take it. So GG, I've got my Jedi Knight Revan waiting for you. I had considered using my Night Sisters, and I would have had other counters gone wrong, but since everything has worked so far, I'm able to use these guys against them. Again, I definitely kept a lot more for offense than I have been, because I just had no idea what my opponent was going to do, and everything seemed to be pointing to a tough defense. So I'm really, really happy that I guessed right. And hopefully my counters continue to work here. I'm just gonna get the foresight up. I went after Jolie there. That's not nice. Let's continue to get B1 down. I feel like B1 in 3v3 is the linchpin. 5v5, I generally want to take out B2 first, but in 3v3, because I don't have as much damage on my side and whatnot, just B1's constant healing is so annoying. So I'm willing to take the hit on a couple of Grievous's AoEs and whatnot in order to get B1 down first. Let's see if we can make sure we have health. I think we all have health. We aren't going to get credit for protection, but maybe we can get it back on Revan. But we can't stall too hard or he'll go again. So 51 is fair. Which just leaves his crew squad, and I've got my Jedi training ready for that. This has gone well lately, but I'm always worried because BB-8 is only gear 12, and my turn order is a little bit messed up because I would prefer BB-8 to go first instead of R2. But in any event, we will wiggle, we will wave, and then we'll start working on Executioner. And luckily got the stun there, so that's good. And at this point, let's go ahead and hide behind Rey because she's got foresight up. And we'll see if we can get a stun. Nope, not on that one. Wiggle and wave down Kylo this time, and we'll see if we can get a stun on crew. Nice. And we'll start working on OG Kylo since he is the damage shielder. We already have the healing immunity on him. Now it's just a matter of finishing him off. I think I can save the wave down. No, let's wave down crew. And we'll see if we can stun Kylo. Nice. We should get Illuminated Destiny here very soon. So we'll just keep crew locked up as much as we can between waving him down and stunning with R2. Now I'm not going to try for another Illuminated Destiny, even though R2 is missing a little bit of protection there. Actually, he's missing a lot of bit of protection. But I'm pretty sure I have it on both BB-8 and on JTR. And that's good enough. A couple more hits should do it. There we go. So just like the back, I don't know what his ships are going to be. So let's reveal that. We've got Home One and Finalizer. So I feel like these two have been the same two ships I've been facing for the last couple rounds. So I will go with Negotiator against Home One. And that should be enough. And just want to do my best to get rid of the Falcon as quickly as possible. We'll focus on Biggs actually. I'm not really worried about Wedge as a damage healer, and this way I get rid of Biggs in terms of having an annoying taunt. We'll go ahead and give protection back over there to Anakin, and we failed to strip away the buff that lets the Falcon essentially hide. So that's okay. We will dispatch Biggs and then we'll get to attack him. He's gonna get a reinforcement here though, and I can't stop that from happening. So that's a bummer. But at least I've got a taunt up, and hopefully we get down these guys quickly. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in the reinforcements. I don't see why not. And now it's just me and you, Millennium Falcon. I spoke too soon. Now I'm gonna get my banners stolen. That is such a bummer. Now it's me and you, Millennium Falcon. This should do it. 65 is fine, but it could have been better. Alright, Finalizer. We will go with our Separatists. And I think that should be enough there as well. I really need to take my time. I just saw Finalizer. I didn't even look to see what his lineup was or anything like that. Alright, it's the standard lineup. So we just need to go all in on crew. And I'm going to get rid of the days. And there we go. So don't always get the greatest banners using Malevolence, but it tends to chew through almost anything. I mean, except for the Executor now that they've made changes. I don't even think I want to call in a reinforcement here to lose banners. We're just gonna go ahead and take it this way. Go ahead and hit that one with the buzz droids, hit that one with the capital ship, and we should call assist here and it. Alright, so far so good. I feel like I'm being fairly efficient. Let's head back to the back and see if we can keep that efficiency going, maybe even step it up a notch. Let's go ahead and go after these Ewoks with Nest, and we'll just put Nest in solo. Not worried about Logray. Doesn't have a ton of potency. So just fast forward and be back in a minute. Alright, I like that. Let's go after the Night Sisters. I don't plan to use my bounty hunters anywhere else, so I'm going to go with Bosk as my lead. But really the team is Wampa and Wat. And we have enough with my big AoE from Wampa to even get through the Acolyte's hiding go seek thing she does. So we'll put the weapon tech on Wampa so Wampa's attacks keep her from keep anybody from reviving, and Bosk is just here to soak up any damage that might happen. I don't think we'll ever get to his contract though, and that's okay. There we go. So now it's just a matter of working our way through the Acolyte, eventually getting her down with one of Wampa's AoEs. So we've got the healing immunity on Acolyte, so she doesn't heal every time she does an AoE or an attack. There we go. Alright, next up, Karth. We've got my own crew squad for that. Where are you, crew? Way down here. So crew, Kylo, and Executioner. And the nice thing about crew is they don't really sweat the all of the debuffs that Karth puts on them. So do that, and plus OG Kylo puts healing immunity on Zalbar, so yes, we're gonna have to deal with his constant taunting, but I think we're just gonna take him out first actually. Plus we were able to get a stun over there on mission, so at least for the beginning part she wasn't constantly attacked. Now she is, and that's annoying. But there goes Zalbar. And there goes mission. I have lost a banner on crew, but that's okay. Alright, the scariest team here is Shock. So we're gonna go in with Vader and Gideon. Do I want to bring Piet too? No, I think Vader and Gideon is enough. The plan is just for Vader to win. Gideon's faster than all of them, so we're gonna steal their turn meter. Oh, Merciless, come on, Merciless, Heathen, Merciless. You know this. You've made this mistake so many times. Well, if I ever get attacked back, I will go into Merciless. There we go. Goodness gracious. You would think I would learn. Let's throw on Shock. So we lost some banners because I decided to hit Force Crush first, but it's still alright. We get the victory. And his final team here, we've got Grief with Embo and Cad Bane. And I'm going to go a little outside the box, and we're going to go with an Old Ben lead with Ahsoka and Commander Ahsoka Tano. This is for the feat that you need to use them and or Rex. But I like Old Ben lead because Kat is going to give all of her bonuses out because Ahsoka is Galactic Republic, but the cooldown reduction on Kat's ultimate for her one-shot kill can be reduced by either having the person with Xian attack out of turn or evade. and Old Ben's lead gives evasion. So I think this might be a decent team. We'll see. We'll give it a roll. They're definitely overgeared, and I expect them to just overpower Grief anyway. But in theory, this should be a good team also, and not just be overpowering. That. The only problem is there's not any mechanic or any way for Ahsoka to attack out of turn, so it really is just do they happen to evade. But let's clear that out. Let's go for a big hit, and let's get rid of Embo because he's annoying. There we go. Lost some banners, but all right. And it got the feat. So that is the end of my attacks. We put up a 2989, which is a pretty decent score. I think Sliver's going to have a hard time getting to that, but we'll see. I will check back towards the end of the attack phase to see if he's come through, and I'll let you know how it turns out. So we are back, and the round is over. Let's take a look and see how we did. And we got the win. So let's see how Sliver did in his attacks. So he was only able to clear half my board. He started down here on the bottom, and he was able to clear out my Hux and Palpatine and Bam squads all in one shot, but he did take 2 to get through gas. But instead of clearing out the bottom and then going for the top, he chose to go through the back zone. If we check up here on the top, he never even touched any of these squads. Instead, he chose to focus on the back, and he got through the Dooku squad, the Poggle squad, my Grievous team, and my Rolo Cholo team all in one, but Newt Gunray took 9 battles to get through. I need to put some relics on Newt and Django to make that team even better, but man, in 3s, Newt really is like a mini GL on defense. This is the second time that he's gotten a bunch of holds for me. And I think spending that many battles on Newt basically just wiped out the rest of his roster. He didn't have anything left to try and go through the top. So that is it. 2989 to 2181 is our final score. I want to say thank you, Sliver, for the battle. I'm really happy that I was able to read your stats correctly to figure out that you're going to set a really hard defense. I wish you were on SWGOH.GG and that system was different, but it's not. So thank you for the match. I want to say thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again next round when we start our final week of this 3v3 season.